Senator Trillanes, no? Because while you were making the presentation, kanina ko pa gusto ma-interrupt sana kasi most of your the information that you gave were actually available already in open sources, no? Like newspaper clippings and the affidavits of persons. And in fact, it appears nga na parang you were just making a summary of everything that you found from newspaper articles to the affidavits of other resource persons. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And the difficulty kasi in asking you questions about it is that because your statements are going to be based on either an article or the affidavit of another person. And the rule supposedly is that it's best to ask the person who executed the affidavit or the person who made the news article, di ba? Kasi parang maging double hearsay na tuloy yung sitwasyon ngayon, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
I hope you understand why I'm saying this, because in the spirit of fair play din sana, it would give the other persons who have been named in the affidavit and in the news articles also the opportunity to confront the persons who actually made the affidavit.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Sa nakita nyo po, no, since hindi naman po tayo nasa court of law, the way I presented everything, ito yung resulta nung investigation, no, when I was still in the Senate, and nagkalap kami ng intelligence information, yan, open sources, tapos insider information. Then that was very critical. Before namin nakausap si Las Cañas, all of us were susceptible in embracing or swallowing the false narrative of Duterte na talagang galit siya sa droga. And the way he delivers these things, very emphatic na talagang parang kapani-paniwala na galit talaga. But then, here's an insider guy who came up with all of this information. Talagang nag-iba yung paradigm. And ang difficulty namin at that time was how to communicate this new paradigm to the general public, because at that time talagang kontrolado nila yung buong communications apparatus, and yun po ang difficulty.
You are referring to Art Las Cañas.
Yes, opo.
Well, the issue I have with Art Las Cañas din kasi when he first appeared before the Senate ba yun?
Yes.
He was saying a different thing. In fact, he was defending then President Duterte. It was only a few months after where he recanted and made another statement about the involvement of then President Duterte about drugs.
Opo.
And every time kasi we present a witness na parang says something and then does another thing,
Yeah.
medyo kami din nang natatamaan dyan di ba? Kasi it's parang coming from a tainted source. That's why I hope you understand my sentiments po, because I always want to protect also the integrity of this committee. That's why I'm bringing these issues up, no? Kasi while I was listening to you kanina, it's either Art Las Cañas, Asierto, or the other newspaper articles ang basis ng ano. I was really hoping that you could have given us more concrete siguro evidence po on what actually to support the allegations made by Las Cañas.
Okay, I totally agree, no? Especially coming from lawyers, very strict yung discipline nila about witnesses recanting. But as ano po, no, as a non-lawyer, in my case, when I was still a cadet, I was the chairman of this honor committee. Talagang we do investigative work, and we profile the subjects, demeanor. So, na-acquire ito. When I was in the Navy, as an investigation officer, nakikita mo you'll be able to know whether somebody is lying and somebody is telling the truth. No? Pwedeng matest po yan in so many ways, mabibet. Pero po yung paglalay at the first instance, Depende po sa circumstances. When they are fearful of their own lives, it is totally understandable. At pero dito po ang nangyari sa kanya, talagang he risked everything eh. Kumbaga hindi ako makapaniwala nung unang sinabing babaliktad si Las Cañas because doon sa first appearance niya sa Senate, talagang matindi talaga, no, hardcore siya. Pero kaya binet muna namin. First few baka mapapatibong kami. Pero yun na eh. Talagang parang ayaw niya na. He doesn't want to be burdened by all of these people he killed. So yun na, he was out for redemption.
Thank you, sir. I just made that observation kasi I just want, of course, the Quadcom to be above
Yes.
the suspicion ba na we're just allowing statements like that to be coming out from resource persons. Now, you also mentioned, Senator Trillanes, in your testimony, you mentioned Councilor Mola Villera kanina eh, no, na siya yung sinasabi mong bagman.
Yes.
The thing an issue that I have with this is, parang walang links naman eh. Bigla na lang sinasabi na just because there are photos of them together, then ma-assume ba na, come to a conclusion that he is involved.
Yan po, yung conclusion po na yan, Mr. Chairman, was born out of the investigation po dun sa Senado. That ito pong si Mr. Mark Taguba and other brokers kailangan magbigay ng enrollment fee kay Pulong at Manscarpio para maging accredited brokers sila nung pagpasok nila ng mga kontrabado, Mr. Chairman. At ang middleman na nagre-represent kay Mr. Pulong Duterte is si Mr. Small Abiliera. So lahat po itong mga information na to, yung pera na binibigay sa kanya lahat, galing po yan dun sa investigation po namin sa Senado, Mr. Chairman.
Before I ask Councilor Abiliera, but isn't it also a fact that the witness that you're referring to, Mark Taguba, also recanted the testimony that he gave? Hindi ba siya nag-recant?
Wala pong recantation.
Walang recantation?
Opo.
So he's sticking to the allegations that he made of the involvement of some of the members of the presidential family in the previous administration?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as represented by Mr. Small Abiliera.
Okay. Mr. Chair, if I could just ask a few questions to Small Abiliera, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Small Abiliera, sir. Question lang, diretso na po ang tanong at saka I hope you give me a straight answer din, no? Kasi kanina nabanggit ni Senator Trillanes that you were acting as a bagman. Is that true or not?
It is not.
So you categorically deny that you are acting for and in behalf of somebody else as a bagman. Tama po?
Mr. President, binanggit lang naman niya ako dahil close kami at that time ni Pulong Duterte. Totoo naman yun, inamin ko yun, alam niya sa Senate. Nagkaharap kami sa Senate niyan. Sinabi ko na yun, sinigot ko na yun siya niyan. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon, wala silang mano sa akin eh.
So you were saying that it's at that time, no? Close kayo at that time. Ngayon, hindi na kayo close.
Mr. President, it is a known fact in Davao na kalaban ako ni Congressman Pulong Duterte.
And would you care to explain bakit kalaban ka na ngayon na dati close kayo?
Actually, hindi ko rin alam, Mr. President, kung bakit eh. Pareho lang din yan, hindi ko alam kung bakit ako ginadamay ni former Senator Trillanes, in which hindi ko naman dininay sa kanya, sa Senate, na nagkita nga kami ni Mark Taguba. Pero ginasabi ko na wala akong involvement din dahil nahindihan siya, alam niya yan eh. Alam niya nung nagkita kami, na sinabi ko na nagkita kami nung Jack, a certain Jack, na hindi ko siya pakilala, nung pinakilala sa akin yan, alam nila na hinindihan ko na sila eh. Kaya hanggang ngayon, wala silang madikit sa akin.
So, pero ito yung allegations eh, na close kayo and you're acting as the front of members of the former administration's family, di ba? And you're categorically denying it. And now you're also saying na ngayon, hindi na kayo close kasi all of a sudden you just stop being friends but you also don't know the reason why. Tama po ba?
Hindi ko alam, Mr. President. Kaya hindi ko, sinasabi ko nga ulit-ulitin ko man, even sa nung nag-aaral pa si Congressman Pulong at saka ako, nag-aabot kami sa school, magkaibigan na kami. Nagkataon lang siguro na pareho kaming politiko at siyempre, natural lang. Nung vice mayor ko siya, konsehal niya ako. Kaya, actually, Mr. President, kung pagbigyan niyo lang, lahat ng pictures na gina-present dyan ni ni Senator Trillanes, is mga affairs yun sa city. It's either piyesta sa city, Kadayawan, Araw ng Davao, natural lang yun, kaibigan kami.
So,
Vice Mayor ko siya, konsehal ako.
ang sinasabi mo, you appear in those pictures because of your position as councilor and the position of Congressman Pulong Duterte as vice mayor at that time.
And as a former close friend of
And as a former close friend. Okay, I just tried to give you the chance to explain also because your name was mentioned kanina ni Senator Trillanes.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, so Senator Trillanes, of course, there's a categorical denial on the part of Small that he acted as such, for Congressman Pulong, di ba? And other than insinuations kasi or allegations from Art Las Cañas, do you have anything that would show remotely man lang that he actually acted as such? Si Small Abiliera?
Hindi po galing kay Mr. Las Cañas.
Kanino
Mr.
po
Chairman.
nanggaling, sir?
It was again born out of the Senate investigation during which time si Mr. Mark Taguba mentioned or narrated yung events na yon na nagbigay siya ng pera. Hindi ko naman ho kilala personally si Mr. Small Abiliero. His name was mentioned during the narration of events by Mr. Mark Taguba. So again, it's about weighing or profiling kung sino ba sa kanila ang nagsasabi ng totoo based on motivations. Ito lang, Mr. Chairman, kasi ini-include ko tong si Mr. Abiliera dun sa drug smuggling case nila Pulong. Ito yung facts. Meron pong 6.4 billion pesos sa bull shipment na pumasok. Okay, pumasok, pero wala hong drug lord. Ang na-convict ay yung broker at yung isang middleman, yung Kenneth Dong, who have both of whom do not have the capacity to import these things. Then you have information from other sources that it's Manscarpio and Pulong Duterte na kumokontrol nung importations at that time sa Bureau of Customs. Tapos ito pang naging testimony ni Mr. Mark Taguba. Kumbaga, hindi ko po ito, Mr. Chairman, ginawa lang sa aking kathang isip. Kung hindi, ito ang resulta po ng investigation, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Senator Trillanes. Now, Mr. Small Abiliera, you testified earlier that you also know Mark Taguba, correct?
No, Mr.
You
President.
met him, sorry.
I met him when he went to Davao because he wanted to be introduced to former Vice Mayor Pulong Duterte.
Because you only wanted to be introduced.
Yes,
because-
to a certain Jack, Mr. President. He was with Jack, which I knew before Mark Taguba.
Okay, not because you had any business with customs.
We're friends at that time, Mr. President. It is a known fact also in Davao.
Just answer my question, Small, Mr. Chair. Ang tinatanong ko lang is, ang pagkakilala mo or when he was introduced, Mark Taguba was introduced to you, it's not because you had any business with the customs. Wala naman.
Wala, Mr.
It's not
President.
because you were importing anything through the customs. Wala naman.
None, Mr.
So
President.
there was no need for you to know Mr. Mark Taguba who was then acting as a broker. Tama po ba?
At that time, Mr. President, hindi ko siya kilala broker. Hindi ko, wala. Yung Jack, Mr. President, ang kasama niya, which yun ang nakilala ko before him.
So all the circumstances about you meeting with Mark Taguba had nothing to do with him being a broker with the customs. Wala.
None, Mr. President. I don't know him. I'm not involved dun sa mga pagtransaksyon sa ano. And that's why, kaya siguro ako naimbitahan dito dahil pati yung katabi niya, Mr. President, ginadamay ako.
Okay, so, nawala tuloy ako. Anyway, ang purpose niya is magpapa-introduce sa Vice Mayor.
Yes,
So, hindi,
at that time.
hindi nasali sa usapan ang trabaho niya as broker, hindi nasali sa usapan ang capacity niya to import things.
He just want to be introduced to the Vice Mayor then.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Abilera. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.